Hi, my name is Ben. We also have Josh, Kamil, and Will, and our project is called Earth, Water, Fire.
Okay, the school that we'll be implementing this program in is Granville Boys High School. It's a comprehensive boys' school with 550 students from a 99% non-English speaking background. Now, according to the My School's website, 68% of that student population make up the lower quartile, while the 28% make up the middle quarters, and only 4% make up the upper quarter. The students generally experience difficulties with academic literacy and numeracy. The students question the purpose of education as the parents tend to be apathetic towards education. Students struggle socially and need coping strategies to break out of the conformity expected of their masculinity at the school. The reason our program is named Earth, Water and Fire is because Earth represents student ability to be strong when dealing with issues. Water represents the student ability to let issues flow past them and not let it affect them. Fire represents the passion that is passed from student to student. Now, what we're trying to achieve is to improve the school culture through personal capabilities and social capabilities. By improving student personal capabilities, we're building on their leadership skills and their resilience or coping strategies. The social capabilities that we're going to build up on are going to improve their social skills and build peer groups.
Okay, our target audiences. So for stage 5, year 9 and 10, we're trying to get students to improve their independence, social and leadership skills. The 5 main points that we're trying to improve are for stage 9 and 10 are to develop leadership skills, improve resilience and coping, reduce bullying, improve student outcomes, and improve interpersonal skills. For stage 4, so year 7s and 8, students are at risk due to a lack of personal and social skills. And that's to do with the bullying cycle. There's increased vulnerability, weak voice among peers, and anxiety and social isolation. The product aims to measure the change in bullying and how effective the program is with pre and post surveys that aim to develop interpersonal skills. Students will develop an educational resource used to teach stage 4 students. So stage 5 will develop that. Stage 5 will also develop leadership skills by working with the other stage 4 students. Increased student outcomes by reducing bullying as well can have negative effect on academic performance. Increased student interpersonal skills through peer support program and personal reflections, and teachers are to assist in evaluating the effectiveness of the project through observation and through product feedback survey. What will happen during the program? So step 1 is the Earth, Water, Fire workshop over 2 weeks with years 9 and 10. In step 2, year 9 and 10 will then debrief with teachers and undergo an initial survey. Those students then develop and deliver a similar course for year 7 and 8. So year 9 and 10 students then deliver their interpretation of Earth, Water and Fire workshop to stage 4 over 2 weeks, where year 7 and 8 students work with year 9 and 10s to present their shared experiences as a group demonstration in front of the school community. Step 5 is a final evaluation of the program, including collection of data from surveys and interviews. What will happen during the workshops? So Earth represents leadership. It teaches students to be strong. Students will undergo activities that will build trust in others. Water represents resilience, in which students will learn to be flexible. They will also learn to deal with difficult scenarios and change their perceptions based on others. Fire represents passion. It teaches students to spread their knowledge, and students teach the school and community about how they have developed their skills.
So how does this relate to the syllabus? The program relates to all of the syllabus outcomes for the Strand 1 of Self and Relationships of the PDHPE syllabus. Strand 1 focuses on challenging circumstances, relationships, and sense of self. Here is a list of the outcomes that are actually present within the program. For science, The outcomes associated with the development of the educational resource for the stage 5 students. So stage 5 students will be asked to process data from secondary sources and to develop their own arguments and ideas. These ideas are then used to teach the stage 4 students. So here are also the syllabus dot points for that. And then lastly, we have English. So English, the outcomes focus on student reflection and the ability to compose texts in response to different media and external influences. Therefore, they're looking at data and they're looking at other information and they're trying to make an educational resource essentially. So the stage 5 outcomes also encourage passing on information through the development of the texts and through the students' work. So these are some of the dot points as well for that. Thank you. Kamil?
After the students workshop event will be hosted and conducted after the stage 4 and 5 students complete steps 2 and 3. Students will then present their project to the school community. These may involve skits and showing what they've developed or learned and new skills they may have benefited. We will have both the stage 4 and stage 5 students working together to develop their performances and demonstrations. And this will then lead us into how we will measure the program success. So what we will be doing, we will be conducting surveys, observations, and we will hope to set up a longitudinal study for the program. Now, to start with the surveys, I'll actually show you a demonstration, a brief example of one of the surveys we've created as a student evaluation survey. To go through quickly just some of the questions, I'll just slowly go through them so you can have a look. We're looking at things such as, how did you find the structure of the having senior students guide you? Did you have any suggestions to improve the program? Do you feel your new abilities to cope are the result of the peer support program? So we're really trying to target the goals that we have outlined within the program. So going back to how these surveys will be structured, we'll be doing pre and post surveys, which will be used to measure student and teacher perceptions of the program. Just going back up one slide, we're going back through observations as well. So observations will be done through the teachers and will be given through to the program coordinator. So each teacher will be going over what they found to be of benefit to students, and this will be given to data collection for the program coordinator, which we will be looking to present as a longitudinal study over 4 years. So essentially what we're going to try to do is measure the improvement from the first year 7 cohort up until they reach year 10 and see what sort of changes have occurred throughout the school so that we can measure the change in culture. Now, just to go through and show you kind of a map of what we're trying to do. So with our program as a whole, we understand that we're going to need to make changes and adjustments. So initially we're going to do the surveys after we've completed the program and get that data collection. After that, we're going to be generating themes and codes, which will be analyzed and compared with current literature and research. Now, in that process, we will have to go undergo a review process and apply that research. And we will then implement these changes to make sure that our program stays relevant and current for the student cohort and achieving the goals we've set out. Now, to go through some of our reference list for you, we'll just breeze through these references so that you can have a quick look at what we've got. So we'll go to the next reference page. And thank you.
Thank you.